guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and in this video, I'm going to talk about books with the same title. There are a lot of books out there that do end up sharing the same title, and I thought it would be fun to grab some of those books that I have in my collection and then see how similar or how way different the books actually are. The first books I'm going to share are Heartless. We have Heartless by Marissa Myers and Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is book 2 in her series, and this is a standalone. So in this Heartless, we have cowboy vibes. You could tell cowboy hat right there. So we have a woman who is a nanny, and she is nannying for a guy who's really grumpy. She's living in the house, and that is how they grow close together. So this book is so different from this book. In this book, we have the Alice in Wonderland vibes. Marissa Meyer does a lot of retellings, and this one actually is the Queen of Hearts, so not Alice herself. So we start off with a girl who, she's fine with life, but then she's put in some situations and she has to go on this journey which turns her into the mean Queen of Hearts that we know today. So same titles, but totally different vibes. The next books I have are Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre and A.L. Jackson. I will be honest, I have not read either of these. I believe this one is part of a series. I want to say this is... oh no, this is a series. It says right on top, I was going to say standalone, the Sugar Lake series. So because I don't know anything about these books, let's figure out together if they are similar or totally different. So in Emily McIntyre's book, we have I was 11 when I met Chase Adams. I loved him before I knew what lovin' was. I pulled, he pushed, I gave, he took, I loved, I lost. Now he's back, all grown up and sexy as sin. But things changed while he was gone, so he could show those dimples and flex those muscles all he wants. It won't change a thing. Chase Adams is nothing but a lost memory. I'll do everything I can to keep him that way. Now this is Chase. Growing up, there were only 2 women I ever loved. Neither one of them ever really loved me back. Until her, Alina, my Goldie. She was everything that's good. I was the bad. She was the brightest goddamn star. I was the black hole shredding her to pieces. I loved her wrong, losing her to my demons. But now I'm back, a better man. I'll do everything I can to make her remember us, even if all she wants to do is forget. That sounds good. Then we have A.L. Jackson. Maggie Fitzgerald is the last girl I should think about taking to my bed. On the cusp of turning 21, she has her whole life waiting out ahead of her, sexy AF while still radiating an innocence that I knew better than to taint. On top of that, she's the baby sister of one of my closest friends. Dude will skin me alive if I even look at her. And here I am, itching to reach out and touch a girl who is so forbidden that just thinking about her feels like committing a mortal sin. Thing is, I love playing with fire. Reese Manning is everything I shouldn't want. Country rock's newest superstar. Fun, wild, ready to show the world a good time. He's not exactly the type who's known for getting an A+ for good behavior. He's so off limits, it isn't even funny. So out of reach, he might as well be a poster tacked on my wall. Too bad every time he looks at me, my heart races out of control. So both of these sound really good, and these vibes are a lot closer than the last 2 books. Rock star, should it be together, and here they may want to gravitate towards each other, but I'm gonna make one of them work for it. Next we have Never Never. We have Never Never by Serena Valentino and Never Never by Colleen Hoover. Originally, these were written into 3 parts. Now, Never Never is all in one book together, in case you haven't seen them like this before. So in these books, we have characters that known each other since they've been teenagers, but all of a sudden, something happens, and everything, memory-wise, like, everything just vanishes, and they are complete strangers. This book is a lot more kid-friendly, and it follows the story of Hook, and why Hook became such a bad person. I couldn't believe it, but this actually made me feel bad for Captain James Hook because Peter Pan was actually mean to him in the story, and that is partly why he became the evil captain that we know. Now this one, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the book. I have no idea where it could be, so I just grabbed the pin. So we have Heartstopper by Alice Osman, and then Heartstopper by Michelle Hercules. In this Heartstopper, this series is a series of graphic novels, and we have someone who is gay, and he's exploring that because he is out and he has a boyfriend. But his boyfriend isn't someone who is open about who he is, so they are navigating their relationship, and both of them have different struggles that they are trying to navigate as well. This is also a Netflix series. And then in this Heartstopper, we have some characters who don't really like each other. They meet, and she's called a nerd. She says that he can't play on the field and makes jokes about that. They are in college, and then they end up living together. And you can only imagine putting two people who don't like each other into living arrangements together. So these, yes, they are navigating different things, but totally different navigations of life. So yeah, same title, but not that similar. The last books I'm going to show are Elite. We have Elite by Kiera Cass and Elite by Rachel Van Dyken. This is, I believe it's book 2 in the selection series, and this like, I'm not going to say that much because it is book 2, but this series is The Bachelor, Bachelorette. There is a prince, and they go around town having girls put themselves in this lottery, and you could be from different aspects of life. And when I say different aspects of life, I mean from richer neighborhoods, poorer neighborhoods. There are, is it 35? Yeah, 35 girls who get put into this pool, and it is the bachelor for the prince to find his princess. This, totally different from this book. Here we have college setting vibes, but it is college setting vibes with the mafia. There is a girl who ends up going to this really elite college. She gets a scholarship, so off the bat, she's made fun of for how she gets into this school. And there's a group of guys, I want to say 5, that rule the school, and they are very mean, and they don't treat her very nice. And while reading through the story, you find out that there are connections between the guys and her, but this is a mafia read. So yeah, mafia and bachelor vibes, very different. There you have it, guys. There are just some of the books that I own that have the same title, yet there was only one pair that was a little similar. Otherwise, they were completely different from each other, and I just thought that was fun to go through my shelves and find some books with the same title. Let me know some of the books that you own that have the same title and whether or not they are similar or totally different. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!